Hi YouTube! Today is November 26th and we'll be doing our tag video. This tag came from Destry, otherwise known as Captain Des. I used to watch his videos a lot and he's really cool. But it's one of his latest videos and it's called AmberIsms. And he says at the end, if you want, turn this into a tag video. And I thought, why not? Let's make a tag video. So, this is my Destryism tag. First of all, I want to start off with what is an ism. From the Urban Dictionary, so bear with me, an ism is someone who does a distinctive, specified thing so much that they are now notorious for it. Like if someone constantly taps their pen, your nickname for them might be, oh, pen tapper. Or they constantly snap their fingers. You come to know them as, like if you're trying to describe them to someone, say, the kid that always snaps their fingers. That's kind of what an ism is. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys about like 5-ish of my isms. And yeah. So my first ism is using words that don't make sense in the sentence. Like I'll take a word and I know it doesn't fit the sentence. I know what the word means. I know for a fact that this word doesn't fit in this sentence, but for some reason I take a word that could mean open and put it in a sentence that has nothing to do with that, but just because it sounds different. I can't think of an example. I say it all the time. If you, I'll have to ask my sister what an example is, and I'll type it down below once I figure it out. But, like, I'll take a big word like conjugate and put it in a sentence that has nothing to do with conjugating. But just because it's a big word and it sounds cool in the sentence. That is a huge thing I do. And my friends get so mad. They're like, that doesn't make sense. And they try to explain to me what it means. And I'm like, no, I know what it means. Just for some reason. Like, I have no idea why I do it. It just kind of happens. And I'm like, oh well. Guess we'll have to work with it. Second ism. I say a lot. You might have noticed. I say and I say am. And I just kind of stammer. And then I say and. So I'm like, I do that a lot. Not only in front of camera, that I'm completely terrified, and I hope you guys know this, I have a problem with being filmed. I actually have a fear of it. That's kind of why I started this. But so not only is it in front of the camera, in regular conversation, I will stutter and stammer and completely lose track of what I'm doing. A third thing, I will turn anything into something sexual. No matter what it is. Literally anything. I will turn anything into a sexual situation. 4. I somehow tend to make every single situation I'm in extremely awkward. Extremely awkward. And 5. Well, the extremely awkward thing, like, I don't want to go back to this, but whatever. One of the examples was I was with my best friend and his girlfriend. So I was talking, and I knew his girlfriend way before I knew him. We kind of grew up together. So we were talking, and I was talking to her, and like the first thing that popped in my head was, oh, did you guys have sex yet? And I didn't realize they hadn't talked about it with each other, that they were going to tell people, and they were both there. And they just kind of looked at me, and I'm like, I made this really uncomfortable. And I don't know why I said it. I knew it wasn't appropriate. But I'm like, oh, have you guys had sex yet? They just kind of looked at me, looked at them, like, we weren't going to tell anybody. And I'm like, at him. Because I just made it really uncomfortable and awkward for the entire group. And it was just a lovely moment of me looking back. It's one of those cringing memories. But it's fun to laugh about. The 5th thing. I will blurt out Random things. Like, I will be sitting, because I take 3 different buses every day to get from my one school to my second school, and then 4 buses to get from my second school back to my first school. So I'll be sitting by myself, thinking, and then all of a sudden, I will spout out what's on my mind. Then I'm thinking about it. Half the time I don't even know I say anything, until I look over, and my best friend's sitting next to me, sitting across from me, and goes, "What did you just say?" And I have to look at him and be like, "What?" And then he tells me what I said, and then I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I said that out loud." Then I have to explain my thought process, and then it just gets weirder and weirder. So I blurt things out that don't make sense. Like, I was sitting on the bus the other day, and I'm like, I was thinking about Hannibal Lecter and Sherlock Holmes. So I'm like, I was just sitting there thinking, and I thought I'd said it to myself, but ultimately I did not. I said, I wonder what it would be like to actually end up eating people. That was a thought I said. That was a thought I said to myself. And I didn't realize I said it out loud, so I just kept thinking, didn't even focus on it, and I hear someone clear their throat. So I look over, because it's my automatic reaction just to look over, and he's staring at me. Like, with a terrified look on his face, just staring at me, like these daggers. And I didn't realize it at the time. And I'm like, "What? What's wrong?" And he goes, "Really?" And I'm like, "What? What? What's wrong?" And he goes, "I can't believe you just said that." And I'm like, "Said what?" And he goes, "Why in the would you want to eat a person?" And I went bright red, and I'm like, "I didn't mean to say it out loud." And I had to tell him everything I was thinking about, and he goes, "Still doesn't make you normal," and that whole thing. But, yes, those are 5 of my isms. It took about 7 minutes, and I apologize, and I really hope that people that watch this, even if you don't subscribe or do everything else, if you take this and you watch this video, I encourage you to make a video of 5 isms that you have. You can put it to private, you can put it to public. But I encourage you, hey, you don't even have to upload it to YouTube. But I encourage you to make a video of 5 isms.
It's 11 o'clock.
That you do. Just so you can kind of look back and realize what you're doing. And just kind of laugh at yourself. Because I know that's what I'm going to do after this video. Oof, pardon me. But down below you can check out Destry's channel, my Tumblr, my Twitter, and that's it. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye, YouTube!